Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 150. In this video, I will be explain chapter number 2 solution. See, this is the question is NCERT in text question. The vapor pressures of the pure liquids A and B are 450 and 700 nanometer mm of Hg at 350 Kelvin. So find out the composition of the liquid mixture. So first find the composition. Then if total pressure is given 600 mm, find the composition of the vapor phase. First in liquid mixture and then after vapor phase also find the composition. So vapor pressure of the pure liquid, and pure liquid we have to represent dot. Okay, so for A, pressure of the A component P not A not here, dot for the pure way. Okay, so P naught A is equal to 450 mm of Hg, and then for B, PB naught is equal to 700 mm of Hg. Total pressure given P total is equal to 600 mm of Hg. According to the Raoult law, because for the vapor pressure, which law? Raoult law. According to the Raoult law, PA is equal to XA into PAA naught, and then PB XB into PB naught. So XB, we have to put 1 minus XA. So whenever multiply PB naught minus PB naught XA. Okay, so P total is equal to PA plus PB. So PA is equal to XA into PA naught, and PB is equal to 1 minus XA PB naught. Okay, so here PB naught multiply PB naught and PB naught XA. So here PB naught comma and plus PA naught minus PB naught XA. On substituting the value, P total given 600, PB naught value given 700 plus P naught A 450 minus 700 XA we have to find, because it is the composition. XA multiply 450 XA minus 700 XA. So minus 250 XA. Going to the left hand side, 700 minus 600 is equal to 100. So XA is equal to 100 upon 250 is equal to 0.40. So this is the mole fraction for a 0.40. So we know XB is equal to 1 minus XA. So 1 minus 0.40 is equal to 0.60. This is the mole fraction of the B. Then after again PA is equal to XA into PA naught. So XA value coming 0.40 and multiply A pressure 450 mm, so multiply 180 mm of Hg. Similarly find the PB, XB 0.60 multiply pressure, vapor pressure of the B 700 mm, so 420 mm. So in vapor phase mole fraction, A is equal to PA upon PA plus PB. So PA 180 divide 180 plus 420, so 0.30. So find the B, mole fraction of the B. So 1 minus 0.30, so 0.70. So this is the mole fraction of the P. So first you write the Raoult law, then put the value and the composition of the liquid mixture we have to find this way, and then in vapor phase mole fraction we have to find. Clear? Got it? Next topic is vapor pressure of the solution of the solid in liquid. So generally we have to say, when solid like sodium chloride, glucose, urea are dissolved in liquids and solution of the solids in liquids are obtained. So physical properties of these solutions are quite different from those of the pure solvent. If non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, to form a solution, the vapor pressure of the solution depends only upon the solvent. So this vapor phase of the solution at the given temperature is found to be lower than the vapor pressure of the pure solvent at the same temperature. So this is the decrease in the vapor pressure occurs because in the solid liquid solution. Okay, so we have to see by the diagram. See, this is the diagram of the pure solvent, and this is the 1 mole of the solvent and 1 mole of the solute. So whenever we have to take pure solvent, so here more vapor form, and when we mix the solute in the solvent, so less vapor the form. Okay, so decrease the vapor pressure of the solvent on account in the presence of the solute. Okay, so this is the evaporation of the molecules of the solvent. Okay, so and this is the solute particles. also occupy the surface area. Here you see all dark points, so that is means all are solvent particles, and here between the solvent particles less colored solute particles, that is means here vapor pressure less comparison than pure solvent. Clear? So the decrease in the vapor pressure of the solvent depends on the amount of the non-volatile solute particles. Okay, so if we add 1 mole of the sucrose to 1 kg of the water and 1 mole of the urea to the same quantity of the water in another container and same temperature, so decrease in the vapor pressure of the water is nearly similar to that produced by the adding 1 mole of the urea to the same quantity of the water at the same temperature. So Raoult law in its general form can be stated: the partial pressure, vapor pressure of each volatile component in the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction, P directly proportional X. Partial vapor pressure P is of each volatile component is directly proportional to the mole fraction. So Raoult law for the liquid solution containing non-volatile solutes. Okay, so if we take non-volatile solute in liquid, so according to the Raoult law, P1 if in a binary solution, okay, so solute is non-volatile and otherwise non-electrolyte, and only solvent particles are present in the vapor phase. Okay, so according to the Raoult law, P1 is directly proportional X1. So whenever proportional mark remove, so P1 not. Okay, so it's pure state, vapor pressure in the pure state denoted by P1 not. Okay, the proportionally constant is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent P naught A. So we have to draw the diagram plot. So vapor pressure between the solvent. Okay, so mole fraction of the solvent. So this type of the straight line between the pure solvent. Between the, here you start 0 and to the this way. So this graph concluded if the solution obey Raoult law at all concentration, so then its vapor pressure would vary linearly from 0 to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Next topic is ideal and non-ideal solution. Liquid solution can be divided into the ideal and non-ideal solution. Okay, so first we here discuss about ideal solution. Next topic is ideal solution. The solution which obey Raoult law, okay, over the range of the concentration are known as ideal solution. Opposite way, non-ideal solution, when a solution does not obey Raoult law. Okay, then ideal solution characteristics, properties. First is the enthalpy of the mixing the pure components to the form of the solution is 0. That is means delta H mix is equal to 0. And the volume of the mixing is also 0. So delta V mix is equal to 0. So both have 0 for the pure ideal solution. Okay, so the above two properties means means no heat absorbed and not evolved when the components are mixed. Okay, and volume of the solution is equal to the sum of the volumes of the two components. So heat delta H is equal to 0, delta V is equal to 0, and the volume of the solution is equal to the sum of the volume of the two components. For non-ideal characteristic properties opposite, the enthalpy of the mixing delta of the pure component to form the solution is not 0. So that is mean delta H not a 0, and second is delta V mix not a 0. So the vapor pressure of these solution are either higher, either lower, okay, than that of the Raoult law. And if it is higher, so then the solution exhibit positive deviation, and then lower, so it exhibit negative deviation. So again I say ideal solution, the solution obey Raoult law, characters, enthalpy, and then volume of the mixing both are 0. So the above two properties means no heat evolved and no heat absorbed, so when the components are mixed. and the volume of the solution is equal to the sum of the volumes of the two components. Then explanation. Whenever we have to see at a molecular level, ideal behavior we have to see. So solution considering the binary solution component A and B. So in which the intermolecular interaction A, B are of the same magnitude. So intermolecular interaction found in the pure way AA interaction, otherwise BB interaction. But if such interaction occur, the solution is said to be the ideal. Practically no solution is ideal, but some solutions are nearly ideal in behavior under certain conditions. Example, N-hexane plus N-heptane, bromoethane and chloroethane, benzene plus toluene, otherwise chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. So these are example of the ideal solution. Okay, so please learn these example. Okay, because in board exams also ask. Next, non-ideal solution. Opposite way ideal. So when solution does not obey Raoult law and characters delta H not a 0, so it may have positive or negative value. Then opposite second, the volume also not a 0, so volume also increase or decrease after mixing. So the vapor pressure of these solution either higher or lower than the predicted by Raoult law. If it is higher, so solution exhibit positive deviation. If it is lower, so it is exhibit negative deviation from Raoult law. Okay, so here you see vapor pressure and mole fraction. This is the positive way deviation and this is the negative deviation. This is dotted line is ideal behavior. If here you see, this is the vapor pressure of the two components. A solution that show positive deviation, that is means adding way, here you see. Okay, clear? And here you see in negative way, down way, that is means subtract the pressure. Clear? So this is the positive deviation and this is the negative deviation. If it is higher, this is the higher, then the solution exhibit positive deviation. And if it is lower, so that is means it is deviation represent negative way from the Raoult law. Then after explanation of the non-ideal solid behavior, so in case of the positive deviation, Raoult law, intermolecular interaction AB interaction are weaker than the between the AA and BB. Okay, so intermolecular attractive forces between the solute and solvent molecules are weaker than between the solute and solvent. So this means A otherwise B will find it is easier escape than being in liquid state. But this increase the vapor pressure and gives the positive deviation. Example, ethanol and acetone solution. Okay, so molecules are hydrogen bonded and whenever on adding acetone the hydrogen bond break, okay, due to the weakening of the interaction, so positive deviation. Example of the positive deviation, carbon disulfide acetone and ethanol cyclohexane and then acetone and benzene. 3 example given for positive deviation. Then negative deviation, so opposite way positive. So here Raoult law, intermolecular attraction AB interaction stronger comparison than AA and BB. So escaping tendency of the molecules of the AB components are consequentially the vapor pressure decrease resulting negative deviation. Example of chloroform and diethyl ether, phenol plus aniline, water plus nitric acid. Okay, so in short way you have to see difference between the positive deviation and negative deviation. Positive deviation, that is means intermolecular interaction are weaker. AB interaction weaker comparison than AA and BB pure state. And here negative way intermolecular interaction AB are stronger than in pure way AA and BB. Okay, then here pressure greater. Okay, so P1 is equal to greater P1 naught X1. Here also P2 greater higher P2 naught X2. And here opposite negative way, lower. Okay, then here delta H mix positive, that is means absorb the energy, so endothermic, and here evolve exothermic, so negative. Then here volume positive and here volume negative. Here absorb the endothermic reaction, that is means heating increase solubility, and here evolve, so heating decrease solubility. Okay, so depending upon the extent of the deviation from Raoult law, positive and negative, so new category of the binary mixture known as azeotrophs, and azeotrophs is formed, so it constant boiling mixture. Okay, so the binary mixture, as we have to take liquid mixture having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase that boil at constant temperature are called azeotropic mixture, and also we have to say azeotrophs. Again I say the binary mixture of liquids having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and that boil at constant temperatures are called azeotropic mixture or azeotrophs. Okay, but in such cases it is not possible to separate the components by the fractional distillation. So there are two types of the azeotrophs: minimum boiling azeotrophs and maximum boiling azeotrophs. The azeotrophs distill over as if they are pure liquids. So it is necessary we have to take pure liquids. Okay, so minimum boiling azeotrophs. Minimum boiling azeotrophs, the solution which show a large positive deviation from Raoult law, form minimum boiling azeotrophs. Because positive deviation, that is means weaker interaction. Okay, so easily bond break, so that is means minimum boiling. Okay, so for one of the intermediate composition, the total vapor pressure of the such a solution will be the higher and boiling point will be the lowest. Example here, ethanol water mixture on fractional distillation gives a solution containing approximately 95% by volume of the ethanol. But after achieving this composition, no further separation so occurs as the liquid and vapors have the same composition. So that is known as minimum boiling azeotrophs. Second one, maximum boiling azeotrophs. Opposite way minimum, same. In minimum, large positive deviation, but in maximum boiling azeotrophs, the solution which show a large negative deviation from Raoult law. Okay, so form maximum boiling azeotrophs at specific composition. Okay, their total vapor pressure of such a solution will be the highest, and here less. Total vapor pressure becomes less than the corresponding ideal solution. Okay, so boiling point of such solution are increased. Example, nitric acid and water. Okay, has the approximate composition of the 68% nitric acid and 32% water by mass with a boiling point of 393.5 Kelvin. So this is the example of the maximum boiling azeotrophs. Then next is difference between the ideal and non-ideal solution. Ideal, the components obey Raoult law at all temperature and concentration. We have to say ideal. Opposite way do not obey Raoult law and they show positive and negative deviation from Raoult law. Ideal solution, that is means PA is equal to P naught A XA, PB is equal to P naught B XB. Non-ideal solution, PA not equal P naught A XA, PB not equal P naught A XB. Then ideal solution, on mixing there is no enthalpy change, that is means delta H mix is equal to 0 and here not equal 0. Here volume also 0 in ideal solution but non-ideal not a 0. Then ideal interaction between components are similar to those in pure components, but here interaction between components are different from those of the pure components. So this is the main difference between the ideal and non-ideal solution. Next topic is colligative property. Colligative property, that is means the word colligative is originated from the Latin in which co means together and ligate means to the bind. Okay, so the properties of the solution which depends only on the number of the solute particles irrespective of their nature. So relatives to the number of the particles present in the solution are called colligative properties. Again I say the word colligative is originate from the Latin word in which co means together, ligate means bind. Okay, bind. So the properties of the solution which depends only on the number of the solute particles irrespective of their nature and relative to the total number of the particles present in the solution, so are called colligative properties. So there are four important colligative properties: relative lowering of the vapor pressure, elevation in the boiling point, depression in the freezing point, and osmosis and the osmotic pressure. Okay, relative lowering of the vapor pressure, elevation in the boiling point, depression in the freezing point, and then osmosis and osmotic pressure. So first is relative lowering of the vapor pressure. Okay, so relative lowering of the vapor pressure, that is means vapor pressure lower. Okay, so on adding non-volatile solute to a solvent, the vapor pressure of the solution decrease. So lowering the vapor pressure depends only on the concentration of the solute particles and it is independent of their identity. Like example, x1 is mole fraction of the solvent and x2 is the solute. Okay, and P1 naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is that of the solution. So solute is non-volatile, so the vapor pressure of the solution P1 will be only due to the solvent because solute is a non-volatile. So solution vapor pressure only for depend on the solvent because solvent is volatile. So according to the Raoult law, P1 is equal to P naught x1. So total P is equal to P1 is equal to P1 naught x1. So this equation established a relation between the vapor pressure of the solution, mole fraction and vapor pressure of the solvent. Okay, so P1 is equal to vapor pressure of the solvent, P1 naught vapor pressure of the solution, and then x1 is the mole fraction. Okay, so x1 is always less than 1. So vapor pressure of the solution P will always be less than the vapor pressure of the pure solvent P1 naught. So lowering in the vapor pressure of the solvent is given as delta P1 is equal to P naught 1 P1 naught minus P1. So P1 naught minus P1 value P1 naught x1. So put here value P1 naught x1. So common is P1 naught. So P1 naught 1 minus x1. So x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. So put here value. So x2 is equal to 1 minus x1. So P delta P1 is equal to P1 naught x2. Okay, and x2 here delta P1 upon P1 naught. Delta P1 is equal to P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught. So this is the formula for the mole fraction. So relative lowering in the vapor pressure of the ideal solution containing the non-volatile solute is the equal to the mole fraction of the solute at a given temperature. Okay, so non-volatile solute, the lowering the vapor pressure, so depends on the sum of the mole fraction of the different solutes. So next topic is determination of the molar mass of the solute. So to express the lowering of the vapor pressure in terms of the molar mass, let we have to take W1 and W2 are the masses and M1 and M2 is molar masses. Okay, so molar masses of the solvent M1 and M2 and solute. Okay, so M1 is molar mass of the solvent and M2 is molar mass of the solute. So we already know about X2 is equal to N2 divide N1 plus N2. This is the mole fraction. N1 and N2, the number of the moles of the solvent. So number of the moles. So N is equal to W upon capital M. Okay, mass upon molar mass. So N2, that is means W2 upon W2 divide M2. Here N1, W1 upon M1 plus N2, W2 upon M2. Okay, but for dilute solution, W2 upon M2 less than W1 upon M1. Okay, and number of the moles, N2 also less than N1. Clear? So W1 upon M1 plus W2 upon M2 approximately equal W1 upon M1. So mole fraction X2 is equal to, here W2 upon M2, we have to write W2 upon M2. Then W2 upon M2 less than, so we have to write only W1 upon M1. Okay, so P1 naught minus P1 divide P1 naught is equal to W2 M1 upon W1 M2. Okay, so P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught, W2 upon W1. W2 upon M2 is equal to N2 and M1 upon W1 N1. So formula is determined P1 naught minus P1 divide P1 naught is equal to N2 upon N1. So molar mass of the solute can be determined by formula. We have to put the value. So M2 is equal to W2 M1 divide W1 in the bracket M2 value P1 naught minus P1 divide P1 naught. So this is the formula of the molar mass of the solute. Okay, so please learn this formula. Then this question based on this topic, an aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute. An aqueous solution of the 2% non-volatile solute exerts a pressure of the 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solvent. So what is the molar mass of the solute? Okay, so molar mass of the solute we have to find. So formula of molar mass of the solute, M2 is equal to W2 upon W2 M1 divide W1 in bracket P1 naught minus P1 divide P1 naught. So here P1 naught is equal to vapor pressure of the pure water. So at the boiling point is 1.013 bar. Okay, and vapor pressure of the solution here given in the question 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solution. This is the given. Then here given 2% non-volatile solute. 2% non-volatile solute means mass of the solute 2 gram and then mass of the solution 100 gram. So remaining is the solvent. So mass of the solvent is 98 gram. Okay, so W2 is equal to 2 gram, mass of the solution 100 gram and mass of the solvent W1 is equal to 98 gram. Okay, so applying Raoult law. So lowering in the vapor pressure formula is P1 naught minus P divide P1 naught and is equal to N2 upon N1 plus N2, approximately equal N2 upon N1. So formula is W2 upon M2 into M1 upon W1. So W2 1.013 mass of the W2. Okay, so W2 mass of the here given mass of the solvent. So first P1 naught is 1.013 bar, it's pure solvent pressure. Then minus P vapor pressure of the solution 1.004 divide pure solvent vapor pressure of the pure water 1.013 bar is equal to W2 2 gram is the mass of the solute 2 gram divide M2 we have to find mass of the solute into 18 is the M1. Okay, 18 gram water and W1 98 gram mass of the solvent. Okay, so M2 going to the left hand side and then calculate. So 41.35 gram per mole. So this is the vapor pressure mass of the solute. Okay, 41.35 gram per mole. So relative lowering in the vapor pressure is a colligative property, but while vapor pressure and lowering in vapor pressure are not. Okay, next property is colligative property is elevation in boiling point. So I will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much.